A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone records an operation carried out by a Ukrainian Air Force MiG-29MU on a building used by Russian drone operators. In the footage, the aircraft launches a rocket toward the location. The structure is affected and becomes non-operational after the impact. A Ukrainian civilian records an Iranian and Russian Shahed UAV being brought down while out on a walk with his dog. Two Russian soldiers are spotted swimming in a river. Detected by the 4th Ranger Regiment, an FPV drone approaches their position. But why were they in the water? Did they jump in after noticing the drone? That part remains unclear. What is clear, however, is that the situation quickly becomes critical for them. With very limited options to move away, one of the soldiers is tracked by the drone while in a vulnerable position. A Ukrainian FPV drone is used during an operation involving a Russian soldier. In the footage, the soldier is standing inside a trench when he suddenly notices the drone approaching. He quickly tries to protect himself by moving behind a tree for cover. The drone continues moving toward him, tracking his position closely. The soldier attempts to move away, but is unable to avoid the drone's approach. A Ukrainian Max Pro vehicle is shown during an operation in the Kostiantynivka direction, maintaining its position despite multiple drone incidents. In the footage, drones make repeated contact with the vehicle, but it continues to operate. Despite these impacts, the vehicle remains functional, and the soldiers inside stay protected. One FPV drone approached a Russian soldier walking across an open field near Huliapol and made contact nearby. The scene unfolds on a dirt road near the Pokrovsk direction, where a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a lone Russian soldier moving through the area without support nearby. The sighting is quickly relayed, and a nearby drone unit is redirected toward the same route. On the ground, the soldier remains focused ahead and shows no sign that he is being observed from above. Moments later, the drone confirms his exact position and continues its approach with steady control. Only when it is already close does the soldier react, realizing the situation. By then, the situation changes quickly. With no cover nearby and limited options to move away, the drone continues toward his position, and the sequence ends at that moment. The scene unfolds near a Dragon's Teeth barrier in the Chasiv Yar direction, where a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects two Russian soldiers moving quickly. One of them is carrying a makeshift white flag, suggesting a possible attempt to surrender. After reaching a patch of brush, the two men pause briefly, as if trying to rest or decide their next move. However, the moment does not last long. A drone appears overhead and moves toward their position, creating a sudden intense situation. The scene unfolds along a dirt road where a Russian soldier is seen walking alone, with no sign that he realizes what is approaching. From the opposite direction, a Ukrainian drone is already moving in, maintaining a steady path and gradually closing the distance across the open route. At first, the soldier seems only vaguely aware of the drone. Even after noticing it, he continues walking and does not immediately change direction, as if hoping it will pass or remain at a distance. But the drone keeps approaching, staying aligned with his position as the open road offers little cover. Only when it gets very close does the soldier react and begin to move away. By then, the situation changes quickly. With no nearby cover and limited options to move away, the drone continues toward his position, and the sequence ends at that moment. A Ukrainian Su-27 fighter jet carried out an operation involving a building used by Russian troops in the village of Stryleka in the Kharkiv region. The action was likely conducted using extended-range JDAM-guided munitions. Lyman direction, and the Signum Battalion has identified a pattern. Russian forces here are not advancing with armored units or large-scale mechanized movements. Instead, smaller groups are moving quietly, attempting to pass through the lines without being noticed. But movement requires support, food, equipment, and personnel. These logistics vehicles have to travel through forested areas. The Signum pilots are aware of this and have been observing the tree line continuously, day and night. The footage shows the result. Several Russian logistics vehicles were affected during a single operation as they moved through what they believed was a safe route. With limited protection and no immediate support, these vehicles were exposed while transporting supplies to frontline units. The sequence highlights how controlling movement routes can influence supply lines and limit the flow of resources. The Signum Battalion's approach focuses on monitoring movement and observing how these support systems operate in this sector. A Ukrainian UAV unit from the Reconnaissance Battalion of the 5th Assault Brigade carries out operations using FPV drones near Zaliznik in the Zaporizhzhia region. In the footage, drone operators track Russian soldiers one by one, carefully monitoring their movement from above. Some soldiers try to move away or hide, but it remains difficult to avoid detection as the drones continue to follow their movement. The video shows how drones are increasingly used on the battlefield, as they can follow targets closely and respond quickly. It also highlights how challenging it can be to remain unseen once a drone is tracking movement, reflecting the growing role of drone technology in modern warfare. In the footage, a Russian soldier reacts to an approaching drone in an unusual way. Instead of trying to move away or take cover, he appears to accept the situation, as if he knows there are limited options. His body language shows a sense of calm or resignation in that moment. This moment shows a difficult reality of modern conflict. You are witnessing a tense situation between a soldier and a drone. The soldier, with only a wooden shack for cover, tries to move away, but has very limited options. The drone continues to track his movement from above, maintaining close observation. As the situation develops, the drone moves closer when an opportunity appears. The footage highlights how drones are used to monitor and follow individuals in real time. Share your thoughts on the use of drones in warfare in the comments. The following incident unfolds in the Donetsk region, where a Ukrainian drone is tasked with scanning a ruined residential area damaged by earlier heavy fighting. As the aircraft approaches, it carefully inspects several bunker entrances previously reported by reconnaissance drones that may contain personnel. The operator methodically checks each shelter and nearby structure from above. After several passes, the drone shifts toward a partially collapsed house and begins scanning the area around it. Moments later, a Russian soldier is observed near the building. Once he notices the drone overhead, the soldier moves quickly around the ruined structure in an attempt to change position. The drone circles continuously above, adjusting its location to maintain visual contact. After several moments, the soldier responds by placing a plastic container nearby while continuing to take cover behind a doorway.